What's up, guys? Welcome to the second podcast of the Universal Orlando radio show. I'm your host, Parker Smith. This is the guest host today,
Cindy Sims from Texas.
Okay, and today we are going to be going over 7 stories and giving our own opinion on the stories. So instead of wasting your time, we're going to go ahead and jump right into that. Our first story is coming from Angel Morales, which she claims she filed a discrimination complaint on Florida because she claims a Universal employee working at Skull Island Reign of Kong fat shamed her. She requested to have extra room on the ride, and Universal's response is they couldn't accept the request because they needed a push for capacity. Angel Morales refused Universal's apology, which was money. Alright, so my own personal opinion is, well, honestly, I don't really have one. Like, I can see where both sides of the story is coming from. What's your opinion?
Well, I mean, maybe she's serious because she didn't just want the money. So it wasn't, a frivolous lawsuit.
Right. I think this was taken a step too far. Because I know, I look at the wait times every day for this ride, and it's always 100 minutes or more throughout the afternoon and a little bit of the morning. So I can see what they mean by push for capacity. Another weird thing is I wouldn't refuse money.
And if they said that they were just pushing for capacity, how is that weight shaming her?
Yeah, that's another thing. It's not particularly, like, if you ask for room on the ride, first of all, that's not their choice, honestly.
Yeah.
And fat shaming is saying, like, you're fat, ha ha ha. Like, it's that. It's not,
or that
we can't accept your request that you need more room on the ride.
Yeah.
So, I'm with Universal on the story.
Me too.
We got some new details on the Aventura Hotel. The rooftop bar's official name is Bar 17 Bistro. I'm looking forward to the Aventura Hotel, even though I will not be staying in it for a while. Looks like a pretty good place. A lot of good concept art for the Bar 17 Bistro. What do you think about it? You probably don't know a lot about it.
Sounds good.
Sounds good. Yeah, and I've already seen the food and drinks. They look really good, but I couldn't fit it into this podcast, so I'm sorry. Our third story is pretty big. It's coming from Universal, obviously. I call it a new Universal Hotel. Universal is planning to build a new hotel on International Drive right on top of where the water park Wet n Wild once stood. In case you guys don't already know, Wet n Wild was shut down and taken down. This hotel is going to be 148,000 square feet and will be cut into 2 towers. One tower will have 750 rooms, and the other tower will have 2,050 rooms. The hotel will have a beach-like theme and will embrace the surfing culture. There is no current opening date for this hotel. And my understanding is this was leaked. I don't think this was supposed to be announced. So that's interesting. And I'm not sure it's true either. But this is what we have on the internet, so. Our fourth story has been a pretty big one this past week. I called it Universal versus Disney on Marvel. That's because Disney, as some of you probably know, Disney has bought Marvel Studios. But Universal had already built a Marvel land in their theme parks. And we're not sure when the contract's going to go up, but Disney really wants to take Marvel Superhero Island from Universal. This is what I have on the details. As all we know, Universal's home to Marvel Superhero Island and Islands of Adventure, but recently Disney has been announcing an opening of Marvel superhero rides from now to 2025. So the question is, will Universal lose some of its most well-known rides in the parks, which in Superhero Island are The Amazing Adventures of Spider-Man and the Hulk, the Incredible Hulk coaster. Universal might lose the contract to Marvel, and Disney gains it after buying Marvel in 2009 for $4 billion. I do think Disney will be taking Universal on this Marvel thing because everything has a contract, and Universal's going to lose the contract, and Disney's going to grab that as fast as possible to start building Marvel rides. And they've announced tons of Marvel rides in other countries. like Tokyo. So yeah, that's pretty big. What's your opinion?
Well, my opinion is that I think more than likely that they will leave what is at Universal and just start something fresh in Disney.
I think Disney's very deceiving because Disney is supposed to be entertainment. They're in the entertainment industry, and a lot of people like the rides they have in Universal for entertainment. But when Disney takes them, they're not just going to make the same rides in Disney. So instead of entertaining the people, this is most likely going to end up in people being really mad. I don't think it's a smart idea for Disney. Well, kind of I do, but I don't.
Mm-hmm.
I think Disney's just going for business on this, which is completely fine. I see where they're coming from, but still, I don't think it's a good move. Would you say the same?
Yes.
Our next story is about Universal holiday celebrations. It reads, all holiday celebrations in Universal will begin on November 17th, and they will be celebrated by Harry Potter and the Grinch and the Minions again. I think that was last year as well. Some of the events include a holiday parade featuring Macy's, holiday projections at Hogwarts, and you'll learn the hotel of the Grinch, and there will be decorated hotels, and all the celebrations will end on January 6, 2029, I believe. No, 2019. That's what it's supposed to say. What's your take on these holiday celebrations? I mean, there's not, like, opinion. Like,
Yeah.
would it be something you went to? And that's probably not all the activities. They just haven't.
Oh yeah, definitely. I would definitely go to them.
I know I don't like Universal parades that much. I think they should just give that Disney. Disney has great parades and great stuff. Universal doesn't. So I would say Universal, just give that one to Disney.
Excuse me.
They should take that. But other than that, I love the Hogwarts projections. Everything else sounds great. The Tale of the Grinch just for kids and all that stuff and Seuss Landing sounds great to me. You agree?
Yes. Hogwarts, definite.
Yeah. Our sixth story, Universal has announced they're purchasing another 101 acres of land, which is almost a fourth of what they already have. So, I mean, if you take Universal and you put it in this land, it's pretty much big as the one Universal park. Observers claim that this is to better compete with Disney, and Universal has a lot of ideas but has no firm plans for the land. Speculation says it will be Nintendo-themed area, and the land roughly cost $27.5 million. What do you think is going to be on the land?
Nintendo Land sounds absolutely intriguing. I would definitely visit.
Now, I'm going to be honest. I think they should use that 100 because that's a lot. I think they should use that to build a whole nother, like, park. Whether it be a water park, because as we know, Disney has 4 theme parks and 2 water parks, 6 parks. Universal has 3, so they're a little bit behind. So they definitely need to build a different park. I think Universal's Nintendo Land should go in Universal because that would, as far as we know, it only includes 2 rides. I know one of the rides in Nintendo Land will be like a Mario Kart racing thing. But I'm not sure about that. And I know it includes like 3D projections and 4D and all that stuff. I still think they should cut out Barney, and that should be the entrance. And then between King and Kudos, Troll and Hurl, and Men in Black, the other entrance, and that area, like if you look on the map on the app, you can see that little area of trees. I think that will save time because as far as we know, Nintendo Land or whatever it's going to be called is supposed to open between late 2019 or early 2020. But we're not sure where they're going to build it. I think that's where they should build it. This 101 acres should go to another resort and a park. or another park and a small. I'm not sure, but we
do an exclusive resort.
I don't know about that one.
Like only like 100 rooms.
Maybe, but what was I gonna say? Yeah, we don't. In my opinion, we don't need more Harry Potter. I think because eventually, if they add more Harry Potter than we already have, past this Dragon Challenge ride, then oh god, I mean the whole park's pretty much Harry Potter then. A lot of speculation is going around the Fear Factor live stage turning into the Ministry of Magic. That'd be pretty cool, but I don't think it's smart for Universal because although Fear Factor Live has very small crowds and it's not that popular, and Ministry of Magic would be more popular, I still think they have enough Harry Potter. And if they're going to replace the Fear Factor Live thing with anything, just not Harry Potter, anything else. Yeah. I do think they should take Fear Factor down, though. Yeah, this 101 Anchor should go to a completely different park with new theme rides that we have never seen before.
Something totally new.
Yes, new. Story number 7. Alright, so this also kind of has something to do with Marvel Superhero Island. I called it Black Panther Stays in Universal. Disney had announced opening a Black Panther theme. Well, they hadn't announced. There's speculation that Disney is going to open a Black Panther themed pavilion in Epcot, replacing some Future of Earth pavilion. I'm not sure, because Black Panther did really well in theaters. I liked it personally. It said, but right here it says Universal rejected the whole attraction by showing their Marvel contract owns Black Panther and has at least one piece of artwork in Marvel Superhero Island of Black Panther. I guess I'll get my take on this first. I honestly, although I think Marvel Superhero Island should stay in Universal, but I would kind of like to see a Black Panther pavilion in Epcot. And one piece of artwork, like there's not a ride dedicated to him, and I've seen like the little banner he's on. He's not even like one of the main characters in the whole banner. I think they should just keep him in the banner, and Universal should give that to Disney. I think that would be pretty interesting, and I think Disney has good plans for the character if Universal's contract comes up. What is your take on this whole thing?
Well, I don't have much to say because I have not seen the movie, and I've only heard good things about it. But as I said before, I think that what is at Universal now, as far as the Marvel characters and rides, will stay at Universal, and then what is now Disney Marvel will go over to the Disney. And I think that would be fair. So Black Panther at Epcot is good.
Okay. Yeah, and a lot of people say Black Panther is a new thing for Disney. Disney created the character, and I know that's not true, because there are old comics of Black Panther.
Yes.
From like the 80s and 90s, and Disney hadn't bought Marvel then. They bought Marvel in 2009. So although technically, yes, Universal has the character, there's not a ride dedicated. There's nothing dedicated personally to the character, right, other than a couple comic books at the comic book shop and one picture that's only briefly seen. So that one should definitely go to Disney. And although we have ran out of news for this however long till the next podcast, I know Fast and Furious Supercharged, I said they will release the release date on April 7th. So if they do, that's definitely in the next one, because the next one probably won't be till a week or two. I'm trying to get as many guesses as I can, because I know it's really short when I'm here. Now to wrap up our whole podcast, as you know, I will be going to Universal this June, and you will be coming with.
Yes.
But you won't be going to the theme parks. You'll just be going to Volcano Bay. Is that right?
Right, just Volcano Bay, because the 5-year-old we think will have more fun at Disney this year.
All right, so you're gonna go to Disney and Volcano Bay.
Yes.
Okay. What, like seeing Volcano Bay? What are you looking forward to the most in Volcano Bay?
Well, honestly, I'm just looking forward to sitting back and relaxing. Not really any one particular area or the other. Just
If there were any rides, like I'm not sure, you probably haven't seen a lot of the rides, but have you seen one that particularly catches your eye and you might ride?
I did like the what was it, the tandem, or there's the Circle 8 like inner tube. That's the one, the 2-seater inner tube. I liked that one. We watched a video, I think, with that one on it. I don't remember.
Was it called Tunnel of Tubes?
Probably, yes. That sounds familiar.
Okay, I think that's what you're talking about. I will be going on that, I know that. And I also know I will be going on the Makoo of Makoo Pahihi Round Raft rides. And the wave pool.
Oh, yes, the round raft. That's the one that's more like kind of a boat.
Oh, well, that has more than 2 people.
Yeah.
That's like 8 or 6.
Well, I'm saying now I would like both of those. I think both of those would be fun.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Volcanoes Bay actual rides. I'm more of a fan of their food and every other thing. I don't think they have enough things for people like me, but it's all right. I'll enjoy myself because we have a cabana and everything.
Cabana, yes.
So that'll be great. Anyway, that's going to wrap up podcast number 2 of the Universal Orlando radio show. Be sure to subscribe because we didn't gain too much from the last podcast. And also leave a like so we can get out there and get the news out there that other podcasts may not get out there. So yes, I would be thankful if you did that. I'm looking forward to Fast and Furious Supercharged, and
I'm interested in hearing more about that.
Oh yeah, we don't know too much about that. After the release date, they're probably gonna
blow up.
Yeah, and it's gonna be 100 minutes for weeks. But we have express pass, or I have express passes for that day, so I'll be able to skip everybody.
Awesome.
But anyway, I guess I'll see you guys in the next podcast. See you later. Bye.
Bye.